Good afternoon, everyone. Calling to order the meeting of the Buncombe County Board of Elections for Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. Thanks, guests, for being here with us today. If you haven't had a chance to sign the guest book, I hope you do it before you leave. That is our official record of attendance, and we'd like to have it complete. Mr. Whitney, do we have anyone tuned in online? 2 virtual participants. Thanks, those who are tuning in on the internet. We put all our meetings out in public space. We want as many folks to be able to participate as possible. But let's proceed. We got a lot of absentee ballots tonight. First off, minutes from the last meeting, which was last week. Everyone have a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting?
Take a second one.
I'll tell you what, we're going to do the minutes next time. I just want to move along. We got 1,000 absentee ballots.
So just a quick question, is this minutes from last Tuesday or last Wednesday or both?
Both. It was one meeting, and so the
Okay.
minutes will capture both sessions. So rather than review and vote on minutes tonight, we will do that next week. What I'd like to do now is move on to the second item, office updates.
Okay.
Director Duncan.
So first, we have a very exciting announcement that our 2 new permanent staff have joined us. They started yesterday, so we're really putting them right into the fire.
Yes, indeed.
And we have them here today to welcome them. Jeff Rusco, he will be our warehouse manager. And he comes to us from the printing industry, and he's done everything from tech to management, so he's going to be a great asset to us.
Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
And then we also have Morgan Chance. She will be doing our training position, and she comes to us from Wake County, so we stole her from another elections office, and she was the training specialist there.
Welcome, Morgan. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that they were here at the top so that they could leave if they wanted to. Of course, welcome to watch the meeting too.
You're the only 2 who have the option to leave. We all stay.
So we're very, very happy to have them join our team.
Amen. Amen. It's nice to have a full complement.
Yes.
And Director Duncan's right. Now it's trial by fire. You got a lot going on.
All right, my next update is about early voting. So we have over almost 18,000 voters total right now. Today, as of 3 o'clock, we had about 3,500 voters. And we are the 7th largest county by registration in North Carolina, but we are the 4th highest turnout so far.
Yes.
So we're a little bit ahead that way. Our numbers are lower than 2018, which is, I expected to beat 2018. 2018 was a record year, but we're not seeing that so far. And that is a trend across the state, a little bit lower turnout than we expected. Also in conjunction with early voting is we definitely have some lines out there. So we've got the 12 polling locations, processing is happening well, but it takes a long time to go through the ballot. There's just a lot on the ballot. So we've packed all of the sites with as many voting booths as we can in those sites to help with that, but we're still seeing lines out there, except at Wesley Grant, Cox Avenue, and the Friendship Center. So if you don't want to wait in line, go to those locations.
Would you have her repeat those, please?
Okay, the 3 sites that are getting the least amount of traffic are Friendship Center, the Election Services Warehouse on Cox Avenue, and the Dr. Wesley Grant Southside Center.
Thank you.
Those 3.
Yeah, and South Asheville and Weaverville are our busiest sites.
Ms. Black?
How are we doing in the North Asheville Library?
As
As far as traffic and getting in and out and the logistics up there?
I haven't had any traffic complaints. It is a busy site as well. Not as busy as South and Weaverville, but there are lines at there, Inca, I have a color-coded chart here. North Asheville, Inca, and East Asheville libraries, they're all also pretty busy. Fairview, Leicester, and West are in the middle. And then we've got Friendship, the Warehouse, and Grant, with little to no lines.
There's a new traffic pattern on Merriman Avenue that may be making that North Asheville library even more challenging than it normally is. As a North Asheville resident, it's interesting.
All right, and then the last thing that I wanted to point out so that we can move along is that we always put out the early voting statistics, the daily statistics on our website. There's a button on the front page, but Victoria has enhanced it significantly. The color printer was in operation, so I only have a black and white copy to show you right now. But we have the daily turnout, and then we have some statistics. So she's got it in a graph. And then there is also party affiliation breakdown and some demographic breakdown. So there's a little bit, it's a little more user friendly this election.
Do we have any idea how many people look at those things? I mean, I think that's awesome and interesting.
I can get that data. We can see how many times that button gets clicked.
I'm just kind of curious. If it's,
We definitely get calls about it.
yeah.
People requesting that data.
And the more that we put out there, I believe people will just go to the website looking for information rather than making that phone call. But we've just got to build up a body of data, of information that's easily accessible for folks to have that reflex and go right to the website. So, more to come.
Those are my updates.
That's it on office updates? Thank you.
That's
Any questions, comments? All right, next is the main event, absentee ballot review. Director Duncan, approximately how many absentee ballots do we have to review today?
We have almost 1,000.
961.
961. All righty. Well, let's get cracking.
Okay, so of the 961, 911 of those are civilian, 46 are overseas, and 4 are military. Now, in that breakdown of the 50 overseas and military, which we call UACABA, 48 of those we've pre-duplicated, and one of each, one mil and one overseas, has a mail-in. So 48 duplicated and 2 by mail.
So what was that number again? I'm sorry.
So the civilian total is 911, overseas is 46, and military is 4, for a total of 961. And your partners will be coming down in just a second.
Kicking and screaming.
I know. I'm going to do the military first, and then as I go over the rest of that. Well, I can do that since it's already a minute. So we're going to have suggested for disapproval 19, and then we're going to have 2 that we're going to request that the board reverse their decision on. And that has to do with Linda's group of ballots that did not match the envelope. While she was correct on a number of those, it was people who had gotten together, they were witnessing each other, and they ended up putting the wrong ballot into the wrong envelope. We did have 2 that, from our list that we sent out new ballots, they put the old ballot in the new envelope. So we were able to identify that person's ballot, that was that person's ballot. And it was the old ballot, which they were very clear on and they wanted to use when contacted, with the new envelope.
So what happens to the other ballot? I mean, we don't have two ballots floating around.
They have
Right.
it to destroy or do whatever they want with
Okay,
it.
Can it make some clandestine appearance, or is it gone forever? Is it excluded forever?
We would probably just
Clandestine
cancel it
reappearance?
and reissue it if you do not approve to reverse it.
Okay.
Because we have been able to connect the ballot and the envelope to the person in our records.
And why were they issued a new ballot?
You want me to go over that whole
Yeah.
thing? Okay, so at the beginning of the election, we had an issue where we had the header not print on
Oh,
some,
yeah.
yes, those. So we spoiled all of those and reissued them. So these two ballots are ones where they got the new ballot, but they voted the old one and put it in the new ballot and sent it off.
And there won't be any trouble with the machine reading the old ballot, missing the heading?
No, the only difference will be that because we spoiled all of those first ballots, they'll be held. And then you will all review those during the canvass period. Because we will wait and see to make sure that the new ballot doesn't come back, the reissued ballot doesn't come back.
So we will not add those back onto the list for today. I'll put them in the safe with the others
Right.
and just hold on.
Right.
So I sort of wasn't paying close enough attention. You said the ballots that first came in that we looked at last week were missing the headers?
So there were two that had CIVs that were swapped that used that original ballot that had one header missing. So they didn't use the new ballot they received. They used the old one.
That didn't have the headers that it was supposed to have. But in every other respect, that original ballot was fine. And it can be read properly by the machine. But we reissued the ballots because they were not printed properly. They didn't have the municipal election header on there.
So these people just kept, the two people kept the old ballots without the
They kept the
headers?
new one, and they used the old one.
Oh, they used the old one, and, so,
But they used a new envelope that had a different CIV than the old ballot.
so were they issued 3 ballots?
Two.
Just two.
I'm still, I'm
So they
sorry to
got,
be so
they got the
dense.
first one,
And that's what they sent back,
they got the first ballot with the return envelope,
right?
And
And that,
they-
without the header.
correct. Then they got the.
That's what they voted,
That's what they that ballot is what they voted.
or that's what they marked, yeah.
Yep, that's what they marked. And then they got a new reissued ballot. with
After
a
last
new
week's
envelope.
meeting.
No, like at the very beginning of the election. We're just
Okay.
getting it back now because that's when they decided to vote.
Yeah,
And they used that new envelope with the old ballot, so the CIVs don't match.
Old CIV, new
New
envelope.
Which isn't a problem. So if they voted if the new one came back, we would see that was a mismatch too, and see that, and count that one. If nothing ever comes back, then at canvass, that original one will be presented to the board for counting.
so we don't look at that today.
All we're suggesting is that we disapproved them last time, we'll pull them back out and put them into pending status.
And it'll be on the 18th of November, canvas, that we resolve these once and for all. And basically include those ballots that we disapproved and now we're gonna
Yep, then you can review all of those at the same time.
I want you to know that the voters who were issued second ballots with the correct headers, they were instructed to use the new envelope with the new ballot, but as we know, it doesn't always work out that way. Ms. Black, did you have a question?
Just curious how many old ballots how many are pending right now? Approximately, doesn't have to be exact.
Of the
Of
ones.
the old ballots that came back,
Right now, I have about half of them, which is about 400 and something, have been returned.
voted,
But-
and they are pending.
But that's now that's pretty much the total. I can break those down into, like how many returned the first and second, how many returned just the first or just the second. Like,
Oh.
there's lots of variations in how that, how many were had to
I'm
be
so sorry.
spoiled because they didn't have WIT and recontacted and like, so there's a lot going on with those, but in general, about half have been returned so far.
Never a dull moment.
Okay, so if we are ready,
Yeah, do you want to take care of that now? Do you want to take care of that now?
Take care of those two? Sure.
Yeah. And
oh,
then-
yeah. we
Yeah,
can
the
do
issue's
that.
in front of everybody. We
Is
may
that
as well
way-
dispatch it.
Okay, so I printed this off so you guys could see what we see in our system. The third line is what we had prepared to just go ahead and send them a new one, but we decided to wait and see if you wanted to reverse it before we just send them out another one. But we have that prepared to do should you decide not to reverse it. So these are the two, and you'll notice it's in the envelope because you guys opened
Right.
it. So you can connect those dots,
Yeah.
and then these two.
Okay.
And then they know that they will be in pending status because they voted the old
They do.
ballot.
What field is this? We're getting the MA. I'm guessing it has something to do with.
Yeah, it's like that goes on and on for a very
Yeah,
long
yeah.
way, but we can't see it until we scroll over.
Right, no,
So
I-
all the pertinent information is just on that one.
Yep. Okay, let's see. You got that CID there.
This one.
That one.
So we voted to approve this one already, and we're looking to
And-
reverse it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is new new envelope, old ballot. Is that the deal?
Correct.
Yes.
What does the old ballot look like? Can you show me where it's missing the?
I can flip over. See, this is where the heading was missing. It still says
Gotcha.
what race, the mayor, but it should have said what township or what municipality.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this is from our system. You can see that this number here matches.
It's the new envelope.
Yeah, and that's the same.
Okay.
And that's how we can connect it back to this person.
Oh, you just looked up the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And where was the mistake in
On the ballot, on the original one, it still says the race for mayor, but right here it would have said like City of Asheville, Township of Black Mountain.
Okay.
Reversing my approval.
No, we'll reverse the disapproval at Canvas.
You heard the
What we're doing
You heard
is
everything I
deciding to
just
put
said,
them to
so.
pending, where staff already has it.
What's the?
That's the one, if you decide not to reverse this, we'll be mailing them
Today?
another
So
ballot.
Or
this is
Canvas.
That's
Okay.
pending your
They're going
decision,
into
Okay.
just because we try to get that
This is
out as soon
the
as
decision,
possible.
And then at Canvas, you will decide to approve them.
So we're
And
gonna
again,
do
this
it.
is if you guys don't decide to reverse it, we'll be sending them a new one.
This was the new one?
Yeah, that's what this one is right here, the 9201.
Oh, okay.
And then on the
old
18th,
ballot
we'll move
with
them
that
from
number,
pending.
and there's the numbers.
We have to reverse our decision previously
That
made.
was supposed to
Yeah, we just have to
say
move it out of disapproved into
Asheville, City of
pending.
Asheville.
And then we'll
And it
resolve it.
doesn't.
Okay.
And we'll probably do before that one of that during.
Yeah, or like, we have that session at
Disapprove
The way
this
you,
ballot, so
thing.
the
that
way you
was
found this
We always
text
have
on
to
this, you
do
just attach the names.
I'm
or
fine with it. I
got-
mean, it's not.
So anytime you guys, anytime we have something that's gonna be up for disapproval, we contact that voter and give them an opportunity to try to
This is the
resolve whatever the issue was. Like if they forgot to sign,
better than
or a witness didn't sign. So
So they
In-
explained what happened.
when we got back to our computers and pulled this up, we noticed it right away.
I see. Okay, great. Thanks.
Get lucky at one thing and miss the main event.
All right,
Signature and
so
witness.
this is the new envelope that got sent. Let's see if that matches. Right there.
Yeah.
And how come they have 3 ballots?
So the third one is gonna be, if you guys decide not to reverse it, we'll be sending out another one.
10/20.
Yeah,
So
we have
this
it
did
ready
not-
to go.
Even though it says it was sent on 10/20.
Well, we noticed it right after the meeting, when we were contacting this voter.
Is it 2023, first one? Okay. All right. Thank you. You can have it.
Signatures.
That'd be ironic. Very good. Thanks.
And again, just to clarify, it was not sent on the 20th of October.
It was not.
Okay.
It's in the safe right now.
Alrighty, everyone's had a chance to take a look at these envelopes. Those 2 ballots are currently disapproved, and I will make the motion for the board to move those ballots from disapproved to pending. And then at canvass on November 18th at our 9 a.m. session, we'll move them from pending into approved. Because canvass is the time where we do that little cleanup. Ms. Block, you have a question?
The envelopes are open. I assume most of the other pending ones, when they come back and we know that the envelope is old, those are not opened yet. So is there any problem holding on to these opened envelopes?
The board has reviewed them, so that, you and the board opened them, so that all stacks up and they will be kept in a safe.
Will the envelope be separated from the ballot at this point, like?
No.
Not until canvass day, when we ultimately approve those 2 ballots.
Okay.
Got to be kept together in the meantime.
So are we voting, we're not voting today to approve those ballots?
No, sir.
Okay.
We're just
So-
voting to move them from disapproved into pending, and then we will do that final resolution on canvass day. All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Thank you. The motion carries 5-0.
And I'm not sure if Jacqueline said it, but just to put a bow on it, that this won't happen again, because when the CIVs don't match, we'll check the list so that you'll know right in the meeting and you won't have to.
Good. There's a new twist every election. And this one was the lack of headers. But it's always something. All right, now let's get down to some nitty gritty.
Okay. You will be starting with, I broke all the Uokava up, so
Yep.
you've got 4 military and overseas, and everybody else just has overseas.
Okay.
That's your team, okay? And then
Okay.
your team, go ahead and get with your partners.
And
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, I hope you are.
Yes, thanks.
oh, really?
Oh, welcome back. You can put that somewhere that it doesn't bother you.
You're back?
Ready to have some fun?
We're so ready.
No, this is good. This is good.
This is also going to be, for them to review the military and the signatures for duplication. That's
Until I need them. I'm not gonna need them. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Duplicating team.
Are they in order?
Okay.
Let's see, she split them up. We've just got, we don't have any military, we've just got,
Is this the person?
Okay, thank you.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know who's got the
Huh.
Okay.
That's interesting, right?
And this is this is all.
You need to borrow my pen. Okay.
That's 25. So we have, it'll be these, which is 4.
It's 4674. Is 50. Except 2 of these ballots are mailed.
Yep.
So, 25th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Somebody else has the military, because you don't have 2, 4.
That's the ballot.
Okay.
can't see that far. All right, so apparently we're not dealing with that.
Do you just mind putting a check beside those names?
Sure.
And what did we do last time? It worked so well. You have to remind me. Okay, and I will do the,
That's where you sign.
oh, I'm
You
doing
find
it.
yours.
And you're looking for them on the list, and this is Twinkle One. Where's the- Okay, and the next, and it is, what is today? Okay. And what do we want to do next? We'll set them over there. Okay. Jacqueline. He wants to separate the ballots and the,
You can if you
and then
like,
do all these.
you don't all do it.
All right, we'll be that way, see if I care. Okay, so let's see. Let's call it, Flynn McIver. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Right.
Yes. Oh, and I'm just trying to promote it. My kids, 10, 26, 77.
So, well, let's see, no, there's one more.
77.
Next. Please, ma'am.
Just sign off.
All right. You need to sign off on this one too. Anyway, you want me to sign this?
Yeah,
You want to sign that?
well, here's that's
The big lollies? Okay, here, keep it the lollies.
We need to sign this too.
Yes.
Pass it along.
Yeah.
This one. Wants Jake. It's Jake.
attached. You don't hold it to that.
Okay, that one wants Jake and Bo.
All right, now we're back. So good, my precinct isn't good.
We didn't sign our sheet.
What numbers was number to Jake?
Oh, that was,
You already signed that one.
it's probably not go down that way.
See, you're doing signature stuff.
Check it out.
Just go that way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. Ready to party? So
Yep. Well, get to this point and then I'll go to the next.
So, I said we just go over it.
Remind me again, so what we're doing first time around, we just want to make sure that. That's all.
Jack, are we just looking at envelopes
Name,
first?
name, and review the outside of the
Do you
envelope.
want to check the envelope and make sure that there's no issues with the envelope
But I don't
before
sign.
we go to open it?
Okay, so we're opening it later.
Right, you're gonna
Okay, so
check it
where do
out
we,
when you're,
how do you want to do
when
the
you're
pile?
confident.
How do you want to do the pile
In this
plan?
section, where all the envelopes look good,
Trying
then
to
I'll
here's
open
the
it.
Jacqueline, here's
All righty. Party.
Okay, so you gave it a stack.
All right.
And then I just flipped them over and then you compared and flipped.
30.2.
Yes.
40.1.
Yep.
30.2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
And you're checking your signatures and.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Get my tongue.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You
Yep. Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yes. Yep. 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 Let's see. Yep. 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 Yep.
I'll just pass it around just so. Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir. Mr. Schultz.
I've got one ballot where there was, instead of printing the witness signed twice, that's copacetic. That's okay. Right.
Okay, well,
There's a ballot where one of the witnesses just signed their name twice, and in the line where they are supposed to print their name, they sign their name. The signatures are the same, but I thought I would just pass it around for people to see.
yeah, where okay, they sign their name on the print line.
Yeah, and then they
Is-
sign
is-
their,
Is it legible? Can you read the,
I can,
okay,
but,
let's let everybody take a look.
Go away, maybe I'm not. Okay, good. Okay. No, Virginia.
See what it is.
How cool.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't.
Keep going while they look.
Yeah, we were at, three.
You can't read it.
Right.
There
Near
it is.
the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, and let's just check the last one since we paused.
I'm good, I'm good.
Yes.
What I want to do is stop again in this precinct. And we are there. That's- So we got 2 pages worth of stuff. So we'll, that's precincts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's get cracking. Dude, I haven't check marks. What am I doing?
I can make it up. Yeah, that's how we made it.
anybody have nobody had an issue with it.
You'll have to ask.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Schultz?
do we need a, I don't, as far as I know, nobody had an issue with it. Do we need a motion or
Right,
anything?
I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah, quit paying attention.
Okay.
Okay, good.
It's authenticated with coffee.
Do you want to keep going too? She's opening those at the same time. Yes.
Good.
You should make potato chips.
Yep. Yep.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Schultz?
This seems to be just inadvertent error, but there's a notary public who authenticated the signature. The notary public's notary expires in 2023. The notary identified the voter on 10/17/23.
Well,
It appears just to be a
yeah,
inadvertent.
someone wrote down the expiration of his notary term and had that number burned in his brain when he dated the thing. It's fine with me.
Yeah.
It's not 10/17/23 yet,
Okay,
but we recently had 10/17/22, so I'm gonna.
all right, I just wanted to,
It will be valid a year from now.
We would like some other
Put it
opinions on
pending
these two
for now.
witness signatures.
What's going on?
I am going to.
yeah.
What do you not like about it? What do you not
Look
like?
at that, the A
the last one we
goes
checked.
into it. And that has the same thing there. This is the only,
8134.
there is that extra little loop and a slant, but it all kind of, I mean, yeah.
Looks like somebody.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Maybe even traced it over a second time.
All right. I said it right. Most like to let somebody talk me into something on that one. Did you give me that or did that come from me?
So you want to give
Yeah, we're passing that around. This came from, all right, you ready? Oh, well, let's see if you're there.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
I can't say they're clearly the same, so,
What do you think?
I mean,
Tell me
well, I just can't say they're
that it's the same. or
clearly
they're-
the same handwriting. I mean, I can see why Linda raised an issue about it, but I just,
It's almost like somebody went over it and tried to
yeah.
fix it. They fixed it. Okay, what do you think?
Let's, you guys pass up on this, or you guys recommending
I could see why Linda raised an issue about it, but I just don't have enough confidence to say that they're clearly the same, so.
I'm okay with it. I think we're passing it down.
Oh, okay.
First signature. I think I'm okay. Are you doing that? Sure.
Colleagues, this ballot has ended up down at this end of the table. I'm guessing it started down there. Anyone have any questions or issues with it? You've all taken a look?
Everyone's okay with that?
Yeah.
There's two different signatures?
Yep.
I believe
I
it is.
call it too.
Okay.
Send it back. Thank you.
Send it back home.
Thank you.
Yeah, but some of these open land, don't you think?
Yep. Yep.
There you go. Are you missing one of these? Are you missing one of these? It's floating around. It's making me wonder why it's there. You good?
That's all. Big one for us. Yeah.
The same thing we just did. Now we're just reviewing.
Make sure that what's in here. Yep. Well, it's good. That's okay.
That's it, you can open when you're ready.
Mr. Chairman, I've got a ballot here where the voter marked one of the candidates and then wrote in the same candidate's name as a write-in ballot.
Did he color in the bubble?
Yeah, should we duplicate it?
Yeah. The voter intent is clear,
Yeah.
and if you run that ballot through, it'll be an overvote when that's not what the voter intended. Thanks.
Okay.
Is this one?
if someone was assisted in doing the ballot and the person who did the ballot can't sign,
Check.
it's okay, right? As long as we have someone who else.
Right. But the assistant son,
Yes,
correct?
the assistant.
Let me look back through some things here. I'm sorry.
Right in.
Yeah, so I guess it needs to be duplicated. Voter intent is clear.
Yeah, so on that one, if it, unless the machine kicks it out,
The
it should
right
be
thing
fine.
on these.
You don't think we ought to duplicate it?
When Bria runs them through, if there's an issue with it, it'll kick it back out. But
Can I
it's
check on
meant
that
to,
name, just to
to
make
Okay.
sure
that
that
right in.
number, if we're
Just
seeing it
wanted
a
to
lot.
check, okay.
Person that number.
Let's see, did we check this one in? No. Okay.
I think I got these ones too.
Yes.
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah.
kick out.
Check.
Yes.
Will this get kicked out?
No, but like we said, if it gets kicked out, then it's stuck to duplicate, because we're gonna be duplicating it again.
Okay, so we don't need to highlight that. Duplicate it now, okay.
So if a notary's expiration date is the same day that they do the notary, are they able to do a notary on the day of their expiration? Yes?
Sounds like a typo.
You should hurry up and get it renewed, though.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
No, we can't possibly. I love that. Oh, man. Did you get a WC phone? We got five more. Anyway, that's right, I'm getting distracted. We got work to do.
So he wants to stop at a precinct? Yes. That's done with 1 hour.
There you go. Now all we're doing is just checking the matches the items. This one. Let me just make sure. I'm trying to get my ergonomics right for signing and what have you. I don't remember what I did last time. It worked better.
Should scan it. Do you care about coffee stain?
Why, sure.
If it doesn't take you to get out.
That way. Still, it's colored in this.
Okay, and that's the last one. This is one. Never mind.
Where's your all open?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. To Annie first thing so she can start scanning.
Oh, okay. Oh, which one? Yeah, the new.
Catch up? You okay?
It's a very important race. Are we going to handle that now, or- Will she pick this one out? I'm sorry. What if it counts that? Think it might count that on that side? Correct. Because it might be an overload otherwise. It's not an overload, but it's not counted. Mr. Chairman, we have a one for the Green recommendation. See letter to So the machine might count that contrary to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. So, yeah, I don't think that's get it duplicated.
Shows the other.
The voter intent could be more clear.
Let Dick sit there for a moment.
Let me bother you one.
No.
I think the voter did not intend to vote for that candidate.
And so you're saying I'll be duplicated? Yeah, thanks. I agree.
So, voter intent, we surmise is not to vote for that candidate, and so suggest duplication.
Yeah. What are you thinking? I mean,
Corinne recommends.
yeah,
it.
it's a, yeah.
Okay, where were we? Good.
That is pretty clear.
Accidental
Put
vote,
an X
another
on it, right,
case
not
of
this one X.
accidental voting.
I agree that that was.
That is an accidental vote. I get it.
Yeah, you want to put this one out? There's duplication on that one.
If it doesn't, they'll pick it out and then we'll just.
Well, the concern with this one is
Yeah,
that
that
we
has to be duplicated.
Oh, for the,
That's
Oh,
right,
okay.
that needs to be left blank.
Yeah,
That race needs to be left blank.
okay.
because that voter didn't even know for that person, and the machine
Oh,
could read that
gotcha,
one
and
as
could
vote.
read, gotcha.
Thank you for the challenge.
All right, that's,
Please let this be it.
yeah. Yeah. So we'll do this first.
That's your niece again. It's your niece.
Okay.
That's your niece, right?
All right. in the minutes, please.
I don't know, you gotta do-
We can put it to the end of our precinct? or- Oh, it is, oh, okay.
Ready?
Now we've got to do some more inspection.
Yeah. So let me check the approvals. We got through 31.1, is that?
Yes.
what it was?
Actually, we got through 34.1.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. I got a pretty bad mismatch.
Let's see if it shows up in this thing.
Same precinct. All right, what do you want to do?
See if someone else in that address.
On the other side.
See, the address is right
Where's the next one?
Should catch
Yeah, I
that
see what
last
you're
one.
doing.
Horton.
Pardon. There,
Is that the same
Alexander,
address?
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Let's just look at it.
Yeah, 5489.
Help me out. Yep, that's the match. Okay, since you're that far apart, what do you want to do? Just run through?
Let's do these two.
They're just not in, they're not next to each other, that's all. Okay. That one's good, and.
She's still back there, and this is all of 7.
Okay, all right, so here, so we can just keep, you're saying let's just keep rolling. All right, let's go.
So we're back to the,
This is the. Wait a minute, just let that hold. Oh no, I've just totally confused myself. Okay,
this
hang on.
one,
Now we did.
it's the Pisco.
All right, there we
This
go.
one, and
That goes with that. That goes with that. That's the one that's, yes, all right, that's one that's out. All right, I'm good. No, 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 I don't want to see you. Go away. Okay. Now, this one's okay, this one's matched. Okay. Now this is the one, those are okay. This is the one that completes the mismatch sequence, okay?
That'd be an overvote. That's the joy of voting while you're at home. You get like a vote.
Is this the end of the precinct?
it is.
Okay, so I guess we ought to get these opened up. Jacqueline?
Check on these are ready to go.
Oh, these are open.
Yeah, these need to be open. That's where we,
That we will be finished when we get.
oh, I see. It's going pretty fast.
It is.
We're kind of getting to a routine.
I got it.
That's right.
But the numbers in order of how they're supposed to be. Yeah. These are ready to be.
Uh-oh.
So, just lay that,
That's kind of in the stack there.
yeah.
Let's see what the next one is. Oh, I bet it's a stack. Yeah, let's see.
I bet that's their first ballot.
Yep.
Hold on a minute.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Schultz.
we've got a mismatch here in a couple of ballots. Looks like they came from one household, and the same thing happened with the ones that we sent. Looks like the same thing happened the ones we sent from disapproval to pending. They voted the incorrect, the defective ballot, and my guess is they sent it in the new envelope. But it's for, you know.
You've got all those numbers.
You should get wherever Jacqueline went, Jacqueline to verify, and then if that's the case, they should stay pending.
Stay pending. Okay.
Okay.
So do not approve. Okay, just wanted to check. Do I just give these to Jacqueline? Oh, okay.
It's odd.
Oh, well,
If you don't mind to mark that place and I'll go check. Do you think
Okay.
those are just swapped, like house, in that same household, or the?
No, the,
Same, it looks like they came from the, yeah, same household. And,
the CIV numbers are in there.
let's see, well, that's right.
Let me see 1 second.
41.1.
No, that's what they were.
Okay, let me go look, just leave them just like they are,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go check them. I just don't want the camera to pick up like that.
Okay, they said the head, no, I misspoke, the header is there. Okay, well,
They may have used the first envelope.
first time, yeah, that's probably what happened. They used the first envelope and sent the second ballot. Okay. Just a little asterisk or something about those.
I just did them all from the second time.
Just put a little asterisk, so On this vote, they weren't defective ballots, but it looks like they
I
must
think it's
have
glued
used.
from the envelope.
We're having this over on them. Okay, you want me to explain this to you too, so you can.
What is it?
Okay, on this voter, this is their record. So they were sent another ballot because they mismarked the outside of the envelope. So this is where I went into the notes to see that.
So,
You can read that. They are spoiling the older one and sending them a new ballot.
so we haven't looked at that other ballot, the first ballot.
Well, can only pull up one at a time.
Okay.
So this is actually this voter's ballot. It's kind of a situation like we had before. Okay, so this is the ballot that we sent had to be replaced. Okay, so that one just
That's
marked.
been spoiled.
Okay. So then we sent them the replacement, which was this where the blue line is.
Okay.
Okay, so that when they called us and said, we messed up the envelope, can you please send one more?
Right.
So we sent a third one.
Okay.
That one was foiled out.
Okay.
This one, when they returned it, it automatically thought this was it, because when we scanned it in,
Oh.
that showed up,
So okay.
okay? But this number right here was the one we sent them.
The first time.
So
so
the
the-
sticker on here was incorrectly done, or is
No.
it possible that she used the old envelope?
They just used the old envelope
Okay.
For the second ballot.
for the replacement ballot that we sent them
Right.
because the ballot was bad, but the envelope was good, and they probably already had the witnesses, so they
The first ballot was bad because it was a
it was,
defective
it
ballot.
was the
Right.
banner,
And then you sent them the second one.
which
ba-
is
ballot and
this one,
envelope.
right here,
That's the envelope. You said it in.
with the ballot in it, but they messed it up.
Right.
The second one.
Yep, the second one.
So you sent them a third one?
So we sent a third, and the other ones,
Then they
like
sent
this
it
was
back in the
spoiled
second
out, and there
envelope.
was a note. You can't have more than one that actually goes through. But this one went through because this was the envelope number. Because when they return it to us, we don't know what's inside.
Sure.
So we just accepted this one.
Which is the
So-
second,
which
second
has,
envelope.
which has their ballot in it.
Is that
Has
the first
correct
envelope?
ballot in it, but it
Has the correct
envelope.
ballot
These are
Right.
the envelopes that match.
in the,
So, yeah, I'd be okay with approving it, but I think we want to document the file pretty thoroughly what happened.
yes. I can try to connect to somebody's printer down here and just print this part right here,
Okay.
if you want me to.
I'm fine just looking at it on the screen, but you want to talk to the other
Okay.
three board members.
Do you understand this? These are all this voter.
Right, I understand that. So
And that is the last name precinct.
this number is the first ballot that was sent.
That's the last ballot that
Oh,
was sent.
oh, okay.
The higher the number, the,
Oh, I see. So,
Right.
okay, so this is the last ballot that was sent.
right.
And that was the
This
ballot that was returned.
The first one is defective. This is the envelope that was used.
But they messed up. That one was the ballot they messed up.
Right, but they used that envelope.
Use that
to send it.
envelope.
Right.
Okay, I got it. Yeah,
So it's clear to me that the voter returned the correct ballot.
Yes.
okay. Then you've got one.
It is their ballot. is all I
Correct.
can-
Right.
You've got one more to look at. after
Yes, I
this
do.
one. Okay, here's
Do you,
this.
I need to show this to everybody else.
Sure.
Good catch, Clay, on that.
Well, it's just the numbers didn't match.
Yeah.
Wasn't
It's a new one.
wasn't any great detective work.
Okay, just one more.
You want to keep going here?
No, we'll see it, let's look at it this way, so, or you can scan it separately.
So this person wanted to clear that ballot. So we sent them this ballot. They called us, we have a note in the account.
Okay, so this was the bad ballot that got sent.
Yes.
You sent them another one.
Yes. So then they called us and said, God bless you. It's their ballot, it's
My goodness.
This is where you can see the note. Here's the comment.
All four numbers are
They use that envelope.
I see, that's, so you're calling that this
So it is their back.
Let me go back to the other screen so I can go. They saw that number. That was the replacement. And the second replacement. This number right there.
Where's the seating? Okay.
So that's the new ballot with the old envelope. It says okay.
That's the replacement.
Well, that's because we took in that envelope.
Okay.
Thinking it was that ballot.
All right.
Let me see that just a second.
That was the
I
one
might be behind here.
that didn't have the banner. So that was a replacement sent.
Okay.
That
So
was-
we're good?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
That this one came back in that envelope.
Right. It
Okay.
is, it's that person's ballot.
That ballot came back in
Got
that
a one,
envelope.
Nancy got a head one.
I'm good.
I have another one of these.
You can do someone else's file because we.
There you go.
Does anybody has a big pile of ballots that they would like for us to meet?
Oh, we were gonna beat the number one today. He beat us by like 5 ballots.
What do you miss?
I have another one of these. Go over that one first.
Thank you.
But not the new stick, not the new stickers, the normal stickers. Numbers are really lucky.
Oh, these haven't even been.
They've not been opened or inspected.
Or inspected.
No. Did you see those numbers?
We can put these under here. All right, same thing happens.
Same exact thing, if you guys want to look together.
So. Okay, it's same thing happens, but the ballot in the back is the latest ballot. So, all right. And the envelope is set. This is the second ballot. Yeah. What was the mistake I made
They
on
did,
there?
they didn't have a header.
No, no, that's for the first ballot. It didn't have the
Yeah.
header.
Oh.
They wanted the second ballot.
They
still-
mismarked the second ballot. It's in the same household.
Right, I wonder what the mismark was. So just for my edification, the second ballot, if that ballot turns up in front of the machine, it would.
It won't. Once this is approved, it can't. Well, you can't have two that are accepted in there anyway.
Correct.
Because
So-
only one can be accepted.
Correct, so this one would be accepted, but for some reason, somebody presents this ballot, the second ballot, the machine would reject it. So the
Right.
person can vote twice.
It'll change, we'll have to change it to the correct ballot number.
Correct.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that won't happen.
Hmm?
That wouldn't happen. It would not happen. There's no way.
No, you could not accept two.
Right, because
You can
once
only-
this is counted for this particular voter, that's it.
Right. So even if somebody goes one stop, it shows up on here and says one stop.
That's right, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm satisfied.
Okay, so that's that one. I have to show them. This is the one everybody's seen.
Okay, so we need to improve it. Right.
Yeah, and this one goes with that one, but I'll be right back.
Glenn, if you have any ballots, you can take off your hands. We're,
Here.
For inspection and
we go to the restroom.
But at least the other one was that person's ballot.
Yes.
Oh, okay. These would be marked each other's.
Yeah, these two came out of the same household.
Right, but they're not switched.
They're not switched. They just
No.
did the wrong. They're wrong.
Yep.
They were consistent.
Yep.
They were very consistent.
Yep.
Jacqueline, do I need to go through here and find out where it goes in the envelopes?
Just make sure the ballot goes with the precinct, and
Yeah.
I'll put these back in there.
7:30.
Okay.
I'm more than happy to do it for you.
I'll just put them to one side and then put them on top.
Okay.
Okay, I should.
Here's the other one.
I should have marked that, just didn't think.
Oh, this one's.
toe hold.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good, you're good. It'll come out.
All right, we just look for it.
I'm telling you. At least it's not a mismatched somebody.
And it certainly came back sealed.
Yes.
This one has a sticky substance on it.
Okay,
So it doesn't
Well,
have
we'll
to stick
hope
to
for
the
the best
ballot.
on that.
okay.
And I'll let you guys just twist substances. That's why that's. We're done with ours, so we can
Oh, wonderful.
sit outside. First one is first. We're required to sign it. It's not required to have information. Yes, that's their signature. Right. So, is that a signature for this? So you can look at the system, this is the first signature. Oh, okay.
one that could be scanned, but we have some in this precinct that need to be duplicated. They're missing a file.
Could open these.
Anybody else have another tile that needs to get gone?
You're the race. Yep.
We got two Matthews.
Let's see who they are. Yeah, okay, I think they're good. Yep, there you go. By the time when I get sorted out.
Well, it was only because I'm so slow.
No. You're conscientious.
So you, because you're working full-time during the election, aren't you? I mean, what are you doing other stuff besides that?
No, I work 2 full days a week and then 3 partial days. Sometimes I have to pick up my granddaughters after school.
Oh, is that just during the election, or?
Yes,
What do you-
I'll be through after elections.
What do you do after?
I just do Indian spots so we can keep them in precinct order.
Okay.
And very good those.
So we stopped off at 38.2, was the next one
Okay,
40.2?
they've got the next batch,
Okay.
and this is the last batch.
Okay. What else do they have you doing?
I'm retired.
I mean, while you're working here, what else do you do?
Oh, I'm just, I do different things in the absentee section, data entry, inspecting these ballots, and today I put all the ballots in order to the sheets and. Put stuff the ballots into the envelopes for those who have requested absentee ballots. This has been an interesting thing for me because I have worked the elections many times. as a poll worker, a judge, a chief judge, but I've never seen this side of it before. Very
Different.
illuminating.
Yeah.
Be happy with that.
Okay, we have 2 Nixons.
You could have done it quicker than that. My eyes were smaller than the pile, or bigger than the pile. Whatever you're supposed to. Or like you're supposed to be. Please.
Sure to get down the dirt.
There's lives right here in place. I promise. That wasn't it, was it?
He's gotta get them on the machine.
We get another thing, right? We got another printout. But they were changing, right?
We didn't disapprove that.
Just
Did
that-
there's no changes to the admin? Not that I know of. So we didn't take any out, we didn't have any? Here, it's on mine, that's the Those envelopes come back over here. Those envelopes will need to come back over here to.
Let's see, so
This is
38.3.
38.2.
Okay.
Last one here should be
40.1.
39.3.
40.2.
Yeah.
say the 18th and 19th meeting are together?
Yeah, that's all one meeting.
Should the attendance show, if attended one, didn't attend the other?
It does.
It does.
It's in two different places. So the 18th is at the top, and then you get to the 19th portion, and there's another attendance box.
This is ours.
That's all.
Can I take this and sign it?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Keys to ready for you whenever you want.
Okay, thank you.
I just brought in another table.
Okay. Okay. And they're all done.
Okay. Just grab them all.
These are ready for your signature. Thank you. And this one's already gone.
Were the ones that needed duplicated, were those completed, the voter intent ones?
I don't know what happened. They were down there. So I thought they were kept in order with the other side. That was-
They were duplicated. Leslie saying they were duplicated. Did you do the?
Nope. How could that have
No
occurred?
duplication.
No duplicated thing today. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't. Unless y'all have some time warp stuff going in, I just don't know. I mean,
Thank you. Maybe we get some.
it can happen. I've read enough stories. I'm not gonna dismiss the possibility.
We have not.
Bobby may have to fix himself a bologna sandwich.
Oh, your husband?
Yeah.
There's worse things to eat.
Hmm?
There's worse things to eat.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, I missed one.
Wish when I was a kid, we used to think spam was a delicacy, and now it's.
I still like spam.
If you cook it long enough to get all the grease out, it's pretty good. You just have to cook it long enough.
Like the commercial, don't knock it until you fry it.
I've never heard that.
Makes sense.
And so then the extra 10, you can put in the 19 on the one pin.
So it doesn't, so the number when she gives us this includes the disapproved ballots.
I think she may have, I talked to her, she may have said 771,
Yeah.
and I did the 791.
Okay. Let me go look on my notes. Something's. And my only other note was who was authorizing it. Also, the director and the committee.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and start allocating what we can. It is 771. So we presented 771, we ended up with 766 lines. We rejected 5. One for a signature that was Steve's, and then 4 that were mismatched. So we ended up with 766. Yeah. But it was still a double line. Nobody said anything? Sherry Gosler. Jasmine Lara. So you have that, so we're in a room there. And then the. Yeah, for like civilians, for like 19 to 33. So I have 731 civilians were approved because we disapproved 5 of them. Jacqueline Grant, we disapproved these 4 here, and then this one up here.
And then, but the one that was pending wasn't approved.
Okay.
You did approve that one?
Yeah, okay, so that'll be a first.
Right, so that's why I went out.
I was on the injured list.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Because in the 20% of the one that gets approved
She is 19 for discipline, and then more, and then 24.
But then,
Mhm.
yeah.
24, discipline.
So I guess that's the thing now. It's just like, we just need to look at three of those, what we want to do. The seven's under one is number. So this is
Presented to
for
the
approval.
Right.
And then the 91 is just including everything, you know, everything that got touched.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do it either way.
Well, that is a true statement. Can we say 771? This, that's, they don't have to want, these are the suggestions.
I can do it either way.
Well, that's accurate.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Okay, well, these have all the CIDs, these are all five of them signed. All five of the mill deeds are signed, but I only have two of those be yours.
All right, well, that's accurate, so I guess I'll find it.
And then what is with this one?
Jones for authorized.
Oh, well, I've got two of them signed.
Like fully signed? Okay. Because in the past, the board had to be involved, and now we're saying the board does not have to.
Right, so that seems to say like, authorize the director, deputy director,
Yes.
because I think that's what y'all were. Closing locations.
Too close. Those locations. Esther Manheimer.
This is the end of the overseas list, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no. You and Steve.
All right, here's another one going around. 46. This is overseas.
Yeah, oh,
I think we have like 5 copies of these things.
Yep.
I don't think we need 5.
All right, I'm doing this.
Yep.
That's everybody.
Ray McDonald. Andrew Fletcher. Allison Scott. Leanne Taylor. No. About solid. CID 1822. 66 Fletcher. Sherry Beasley. Jasmine Guerra. Lucy Henry. Sam Arvin. Carolyn Thompson. Brad Salmon. Gail Adams. Darren Jackson. Billy Martin. Jay Eric Haber. Jacqueline Grant. Julie Scott. Julie Kemper. Patricia Young. Susan Smith. Alice Watts. Todd Williams. Al Whiteside. Stephen Coburn. Trey McDonald. Alan Shitmore. And Tyler Ross. Judy Lewis. Kim Clemens. Sarah Ratcliffe. Yes. Alex Sullivan. CLB 1819. 66.1. Sherry Beasley. Jasmine Guerra. Lucy Inman. Sam Irvin. Carolyn Thompson. Brad Salmon. Gail Adams. Darren Jackson. Billy Martin. J. Eric Eger. Skip. To the board commissioners. Al Whiteside. Skip. Quentin Miller. Sarah Nichols and Tyler Ross. Kimber Teets. Kim Clemens. Rob Elliott. Yes. Yes. Alex 11.
It's recommended for decision.
Yes, sir.
1820.
All for the same reason.
66. Ted Bud. Check. Richard Peets. Sam Irvin. Julie Flood. Don Stroud. John Tyson. Michael Staden. Warren Daniel. Everett Patillo.
Do you need an address for the witnesses?
Skip.
Yeah.
To board commissioners, Anthony Penland. Skip. Trey McDonald. Sarah Nichols and Tyler Ross. Kim Boutique. Greg Parks. Sarah Ratcliffe. Yes. Yes.
5105. 47 Shannon Gray. Jasmine Herrera. Lucy Hinman. Sam Irvin. Carolyn Thompson. Brad Sully. Gail Adams. Aaron Jackson.
Your review?
Julie Mayfield. Lindsay Prather. Matthew Gray. George Patricia Young. Susan Smith. Ed Ross. Todd Lennon. Martha Moore. Steve Hoffman. Tracy DeBoer. Sarah Nichols and Tyler Ross. Judy Lewis. Greg Parks. Sarah Ratliff. Yes. No.
I think there's a story behind story that she knows it. Yeah, she knows. Somebody's con you or something up there. Yes. Since they've each got their wand, probably some English. And they've got their little, what do you call those things? There's a word for it. Yeah, or the same genre, so, yeah. Flying. Yeah, Dusseldorf. Safari, Beagle Rock. So all my life, I always wanted to be the one guy that danced was doing the dum, and I'm trying to figure out. Bluegrass or jazz, I guess, or anything really. Like, I just like duplicator bass.
With any luck, you're done. Did you hear all the calls? Did you see all the marks?
Yes.
And you're confident that all the
Where
calls
do
were
they do it?
duplicated completely and accurately?
Yes.
Thank you very much for your help.
Okay, the White House off of Pack Square? Not Pack Square, off of Prison Park. Right there, kind of almost on the corner.
Yeah.
So there's a,
First and third Tuesdays from 5 to 6.
who's this?
Longer exchange.
People can follow that along.
Did you guys do these?
No, what am I supposed to do?
These are the dissipations.
Okay, well, that's bad, that's why I bring her. That's why she's here to help me make sure we do everything I'm supposed to do.
You want to check? Check them all?
Yeah, let's do it. What's the first one?
Makes a big difference to have 5 board members doing the counting.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
to have done it for a couple of weeks, you know,
Get
finding
the groove.
actually, what it comes down to is training your
Okay.
eyes
Witnesses? No.
where to scan.
Yeah, where'd it go?
Yeah,
And
well,
then-
the next one
And your
is-
hand, how to,
Yeah,
writing the,
yeah, you got
doing
it,
the check
you got it,
marks.
yeah, we get into a groove, that works out okay.
The next one is.
Mr. Schultz, I want you to know that
No,
the Buncombe County
no.
Board of Elections
Well, no, you didn't.
accepted
have
your
the
ballot today.
signature.
Wouldn't that be the time
You know, I
reason?
just,
Right,
I-
put in there.
we had a, since you told me about the ballot party, we had one. We invited
That
our
would trump
neighbors
the
over,
other
and
thing.
everybody was watching each other's ballots, and
And everybody was taking their ballot and putting it in a different envelope with a different CIV.
Okay. Can you do that?
See, that's the nice thing with the experience you have. You say, hey, everybody, now be careful. Make sure you put the right ballot in the right envelope.
If you're embarrassing somebody in your crew.
And then we have.
well, I shook my finger at him and said, you deliver
we've
that
had
ballot,
it.
don't mail it.
Second witness, do not sign.
You know, there seems to be a lot of second witness issues. You notice that?
Second
I mean, if
witness.
somebody-
Oh, it's fun. That's comic relief when we mess up. You know, it's-
There. Same thing. It's just kind of a hex when a second witness.
First witness did not sign.
Feel better. Just know that somebody took-
Corinne, will we keep, do you think we'll keep getting more and more absentee ballots
None of the
as
witnesses.
it gets
Witnesses did
closer?
not sign.
That always happens.
We have over
Second witness did not sign.
out and only
No
2,400 back.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
First
So one more
witness
week.
did not sign.
No, we're meeting next, 2 more weeks. We're meeting
Second
next
witness
Tuesday.
did not sign.
I need to look at a calendar. We have 2 more
No
weeks
witnesses.
for early voting, but, or sorry, election
First
day.
witness did not provide an
But that
address.
means, go ahead, Kiki.
There's next Tuesday, there's next Friday, and the Monday after that,
Witness.
then election day. Assuming that we don't need any of the Wednesdays that we would have.
Second witness did not sign.
So Tuesday, Friday, Monday, election day. And then after election day, it could fluctuate. I
Okay.
There's not a Friday, what is that?
thought the Friday after election day was what,
That got moved to the Monday.
Right, because of Veterans Day holiday.
There's one on Thursday.
I'll make that notation
Would
on
you
all.
Yeah.
Where is our-
I got it already.
13:29.
And then we can do some on Thursday, the day before. If you wanted to do the,
Everything, then you don't have to do the 9 AM one.
which is better for us, because we'll have the audit sheets ready for you.
yeah, so we
That's what we
have
did in the primary. We didn't have the 9 AM.
Wednesday, Friday, Monday.
Anything we can get on there.
So we're talking Thursdays. Yeah, we got it scheduled. So, on the Saturday between Election Day and canvass, you know what happens, right?
World Series.
No, it's even bigger than World Series.
That's big words coming from you.
Bears versus Beavers. Our alma maters.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, is that the day of the big game?
West Coast action. That's the following weekend. The big game is the following weekend.
What day is it?
It is the 12th, day after Christmas.
Here you go.
Saturday the 12th. You will
I
be
didn't sign either. Here you go.
We're in Corvallis. I mean, we're gonna get our butts kicked. I know we're gonna get our butts kicked. All right, colleagues, have you all had an opportunity to review the the absentee ballots that are being recommended for disapproval by staff?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have.
Did anybody have any questions about the staff recommendations on any of these?
Do not.
No, sir.
All right, well, I move that, or let's get it precise, Mr. Quinn. I move that we disapprove the 19 ballots recommended by staff for disapproval for the reasons cited by staff in their summary report.
We
Ms.
did
Black?
make one addition to the reasons. One was missing a voter's signature, and we thought that was important to note, so we did.
Okay. And did you
Well,
write
it's
that
written
on?
on here, yes.
Yes.
All right, there is a motion before the board. All those in favor of disapproving the 19 ballots, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Thank you. These 19 ballots are disapproved. And just so everybody here knows the reasons, there were 19 of them. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 where the second witness either did not sign or did not provide an address. 8. There were 1, 2, 3 with no witnesses. So 1, 2, 3. There were 4 where there was only 1 witness. So now 3 and 4 and 8. I'm up to 15. What else do we have here?
Voter didn't sign. And there was
Yeah.
witness issue.
Um,
Whoever witness there was, witnessed.
I've got
nothing.
one where the first witness did not provide an address. I did note in the, I gave a total for only 1 witness. I think there were 4 of those. One of those also included the reason where the voter did not provide a signature. What else do I have? Second witness did not sign. Second witness did not sign. Second witness did not sign. Mr. Black, how many have I given you so far?
You're only at 15 still.
Only at 15? Okay. Oh, no, but I told you, second witness did not provide an address. That was 16. And here's 1. The witnesses provided their names and addresses, but did not sign one of them. What else could be here?
Yeah, there was one where neither witness signed.
Yeah. Yeah, witnesses did not sign. I've got one of those where neither witness signed. That's only one thing to
Chairman Quinn,
do. Mr. Aceto,
I have a technical question.
please.
Why is it that it is the second witness who seems to be the most snake bit?
That's a good question. One thing I noticed was there were a number of ballots that we reviewed at this station. And, yeah, and they were fine. I was very pleased. Every single ballot that we saw was properly signed by the voter and 2 witnesses or a notary. But I did notice that there was one individual who had witnessed a couple of these things. And sure enough, the same person was a witness for a couple of the ones we disapproved. So this is someone who witnessed properly on some, but then didn't sign another one. Inconsistencies are just one of those things that happen. They're puzzling.
Remember what Ian Fleming said? He wrote all the James Bond novels.
Yeah.
He said, once is happenstance. Twice is coincidence. 3 times is enemy action.
Is enemy action?
So
Uh-oh.
keep that in mind.
Okay, well, I hope we're not dealing with enemy action here. Hi. What else we got?
So I have all the ballots in this box,
Okay.
and this is the label that's gonna go on the box.
They probably want to do a motion to approve.
Yeah.
That before. Yeah.
Colleagues, we reviewed 911 civilian ballots, 46 overseas ballots, 4 military ballots for a total of 961. Before we proceed with motions to approve these, did anybody have any issues or questions about any of those? Ms. Black?
The ones that, where Jacqueline showed us how multiple, that it was an issue with the old ballot and
Correct.
new ballots. The ballots that were returned, they were the new ballots that had the correct banner. That's one thing I forgot to look. The actual ballots that we accepted.
The ballots that we
Were the new
accepted
ballots.
had the
Is that
most
correct?
recent CIV on.
Okay, just needed to double check. All
I
right.
did check that.
Yes, the
Okay.
higher the CIV number,
The
the
more
more
recent.
recent the ballot.
Okay, I just didn't look. All right, no, I don't have any questions.
All right. In that case, I move that we approve 911 civilian ballots that we reviewed today. All those in favor of approving the 911 civilian ballots, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Thank you, those ballots are approved. I further move that we approve 46 overseas ballots that we reviewed today. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Thank you, those 46 overseas ballots are approved. Finally, I move that we approve 4 military ballots that we reviewed today. All those in favor of approving the 4 military ballots, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Thank you, the 4 military ballots are approved, and thus all 961 ballots are approved. Thank you, colleagues. Okay, so we approved 961, we disapproved 19,
We good on that?
and earlier in the meeting, we voted to move 2 ballots from disapproved to pending, and then we will resolve those on November 18th, or 17th or 18th, immediately prior to canvass. Good, that's a summary, and I'm still working the numbers here. You're going to know the disapproval numbers. I have not forgotten. Ms. Austin, what you got?
I'm just passing around. These are the originals. The numbers are on the front. And they are sectioned off. These are the ones we duplicated tonight. These are the overseas, and these are the military.
Okay, good. Good, thank you.
And then we recounted them.
And how many boxes are we gonna have? Just one?
Eight.
Chairman Quinn, I have another technical question.
Mr. Aceto,
What color is that envelope,
red.
the one that Jacqueline is holding in her hand?
I don't know, you could call it lavender or
What do you call that
fuchsia
color?
or
That is
Fuchsia.
orchid.
orchid.
Definitely orchid.
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 That was just-
We got orchids in my house and none of them are that
That was a
color. I
technical
want you to
question.
know.
What did you like to call it?
We can make up our
Pink.
own color.
Oh, I was hoping
Red
we
and
would.
pink, and the other ones are blue.
As long as we're on the same page about color. It kind of matches somebody's hair, have you noticed?
I hadn't.
It's dedication right
And
there.
get the dog.
Used to be Buncombe.
Are you waiting on me for something?
Yeah.
Do you want me to seal these up, or do you want me to?
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay,
please.
and then,
I-
here's the count, which I will take this
Ooh,
around.
Okay, yeah, everybody's got to see this count. 961. Using Miss Vicky today. Ruffles just isn't up to it, huh?
This needs to be passed to sign, and I'll take these.
That, I'll take this and pass it along, thank you. Sir?
Was a close one.
Okay, so, still doing this. When this is, as I say this.
We have one box of one, is that right?
Yes.
Well, can we put one of these on the bottom of the box too, so it's, we can open it from the bottom?
Put a mark at the top of the box. Do you want to sign this one too, or do you just want it stuck on the bottom?
Do you have a blank one? Doesn't have anything on it that you could stick on?
Well, this one, I can still put on the bottom and tape over. That way, I mean, if you pull it up, it's gonna.
Because you just want to see, make sure that.
Yeah, make sure it's sealed.
Yeah, so that should work. But I just thought I'll put it on the side.
I think it'd be odd if that, if it was, do we have a blank? Like this blank? Plain white?
With nothing on it?
Yes.
Yes.
That could be replaced. Maybe we should sign it.
Oh, change.
Okay.
It's either gotta be all signed or not.
Okay. Let's just pass it down and have it.
Thank you. Continue to do such things. That's not my strong suit.
That's not my strong suit.
Yeah. All right, thank you. There we go.
Yes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
There's 19 of them. There's a whole lot. Man. That's just so frustrating. Anyway, I used to be able to do this stuff in my head. Now I gotta write it down. There are 3 disapproved because there was no witness, no witnesses. 4 were disapproved because there was only 1 witness. 7 were disapproved because the second witness did not sign. Go figure. 2 were disapproved because the first witness did not sign. You would think maybe the second witness would have caught that, but hey. 1 was disapproved because neither witness signed. We got their names and addresses, but no signatures. And there was 1 where it was disapproved because the first witness did not provide an address. And there was 1 disapproved because the second witness did not provide an address. And with any luck, that adds up to 19. Whew. Man. It shouldn't be so hard.
And where the first witness did not sign, but the second witness did, it would make sense that, in fact, that was the second witness, because, as you pointed out, wisely, the second witness would have said, wait a
Hey,
minute.
I think you forgot something.
So it was, in fact, the second witness again.
So, Chairman,
Ms. Luck?
I had a question for Bria. Was the machine that stopped reading, was that the same one that gave us trouble in the beginning?
No,
It was the other one.
yes.
Time for new machines. That in the budget?
Thank you.
No, there aren't new machines to buy. We would have bought new machines already. if there were. They don't make the 850 anymore.
And the new one isn't
950 not.
certified. Okay. Heard me. Extol the virtues of competition. The S&S is not the only fish in the sea.
Yes.
So, did the machines just stop reading the ballots?
Maria, what actually happened? Was it
I'm just
changing
curious.
or-
No, it just wasn't reading them.
So number, you were putting through and the number didn't increase?
It wasn't, it just wasn't reading them.
Yes.
At all.
Since you approved
How
it,
did
I'm
you
good on that.
discover this? Did it just kind of go, "Ugh," or what did it do?
So there are 3 bins on the scanner. The bottom is scanned successfully. The middle is scanned write-in ballots. The top one is not scanned at all. They all were going to the top end. They were not being scanned.
But they were being properly sorted.
True.
But yes, they were. They were.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of what the machine was actually doing to them.
The machine was like, oh, I'm not doing my job. That's what it was saying.
There's a lot to be said for that. You know?
What do you do? Kind of call the company and they send out a repairman? Is that kind of like IBM or something?
Well, first, they say, did you turn it off and back on?
Well,
And then they come back.
That's what you do with any machine.
All right, that was fun. So, let's do this again next Tuesday at 3:30. Tuesday, November 1st, 3:30 PM is the next meeting of the Buncombe County Board of Elections. We hope to see you all there. Is there any more business to come before the board today? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
6:26.
And we do have food. And it's here.
Cool.
All right. Wow, well, you said 6.